Hi guys, and welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I will be talking about a big news regarding some items that were considered until now as some of the rarest items in the game, and that since patch 10.0.5 became BoEs and apparently also became way easier to get. So this is really something that I think represents a good gold making opportunities for all of you. And really, this is something that you want to do right now in order to be amongst the first people to enjoy this new opportunity. So the two items in question that were until now very, very rare, and again, amongst some of the rarest items in the game, and that are now BoEs and apparently a little bit easier to get, are the design in order to get this like Rhinestone Sunglasses cosmetic, and also the pattern in order to craft the famous High Society top hat. This is two cosmetic items from Cataclysm, and these two items are extremely good. So until now, the different patterns and design in order to craft these different items were extremely rare, and in order to get them, you just wanted to kill some of the world bosses from Cataclysm. So all these different world bosses include the following ones. So you have a guard that is located just here in Mount Igel. Then if you go just here in Uldum, in the previous version, not the one from BFA, you will have Akmat that is located just here. Then in the Maelstrom, you will have Xariona that is circling all around here in the air. So you can find her pretty easily as well. And then in the Eastern Kingdoms, you have just here Julak Doom that is circling all around this place. And finally, after that, you have in Vajir Mobus that is located just here. And also one extra mob you can kill is Posiadis that will be spawning here and then in all these different locations around there. There is also a chance that he might drop some of these designs and recipes, so you might want to kill him. And he also drops the mount that you can sell it pretty easily for a little bit of gold on the auction house. So if you go under these two items in Warhead, you will have a lot of comments from people saying that they farmed these items for years and they kill these different world bosses like maybe 10,000 times in order to get even one drop. But since patch 10.0.5, there are a lot of people who are apparently saying that they just got the item. And if you see this person, for instance, this person even got 3 drops in 2 hours. So it means that apparently the drop rate has been increased by a lot. And as you can see, this is the case for both the design and also for the pattern for the High Society top hat. One thing that is important to note is the fact that apparently after a few hours of all these different patterns and design dropping like crazy, no one really got them. So as you can see, some people said that after killing 40 rares, they didn't get anything. This person also said that after that, they tried to get even more, but they didn't really get anything. And I myself tried to kill a lot of these different world bosses since yesterday, since I learned that it was easier to get. And I am yet to see anything drop. So I'm not sure if it's because Blizzard realized that the drop rate has been increased for some reasons and they just fixed it, or if it's just because this person has been extra lucky and there is indeed an increased drop rate, but it's not as insane as this person thought it was. So this is something that we'll need to confirm, but as of now, it seems like you should be able to get it way more easily than before. And also, of course, the most important news and update is the fact that these patterns and the design are no binds when equipped. It means that you can now sell them and buy them on the auction house, which is really crazy because with the number of people who have been willing to farm for hours these different items for years, trust me, if you are lucky and you get these different designs and patterns, you will be able to sell them on the auction house for a lot of gold. So now when it comes to why it is a big gold making opportunities for everyone. The first reason is, as I just explained, as these design and patterns have been some items that a lot of people have been trying to farm for years. If you are able to get your hands on some of them, you might be able to make a lot of gold. And I'm talking about millions of gold just selling the pattern or the design on the auction house. So if you're not someone who wants to craft all these different cosmetics and then try to sell them on the auction house, you can also just sell the pattern or the design. And like that, you will be able to really make a lot of gold. And keep in mind, you do not need to have normally jewel crafting or tailoring in order to get these different plans and recipes, normally you can really get them simply by killing these different bosses on any of your characters. Then, of course, what you can also do is simply learn the pattern or the design and start crafting these items. As you can see, the High Society top hat is now a transmog item since Wednesday, and I'm sure that on many realms it's selling really, really well. And on average, it's really not expensive to craft this item. And this is the same with the Rhinestone Sunglasses. So if you want, you can also just learn the design and the pattern, start crafting all these items and make a fortune just by selling all these different cosmetics. So what I'm personally doing is really trying to kill all these different bosses on my main realm and then on multiple different realms where I know that there is a huge market for this type of items. I'm simply creating a class trial account and then I'm flying around and trying to find some of these world bosses. Like that, if you are able to get the pattern or the design, let's say on a big realm like Draenor or Kazakh on EU, you will be able probably to sell it for a lot of gold and very, very fast. One thing, of course, that you want to keep in mind is that if you are using a trial character, you want to, as soon as you get the pattern and the recipe, send it to another character that is not a trial account. And like that, you will then be able to keep this item and you won't have the risk of having the trial account being blocked and not having then the opportunity to sell the plan or the recipe. Also, if you want to learn more on how to farm these different world bosses efficiently, I made 2 guides where I'm really explaining what you need to do in order to make it as efficient as possible. So I will link the videos in the description and please feel free to have a look in order to understand how you can try to farm all these different world bosses and get your hands on these 2 items. One last tip I would highly recommend you to do if you are trying to sell these different items, if you are lucky enough to get them and you are trying to sell them, use Tradechat because probably not a lot of people are aware that these items are now BoEs, and so probably not a lot of people are going to look for them on the auction house. So if you want to make sure to sell them really fast and for a lot of gold, just advertise in Tradechat, and I'm sure you will have a lot of people who will be very interested. So that's pretty much it for today's video. I will keep you updated on this topic, but really this is, in my opinion, insane news. I really hope the drop rate is not crazy and that it will still require a little bit of effort in order to get these different plans and designs, because I know that some people have been farming for years and having suddenly these different items very easy to get, and BoEs I think is not the best. But again, this is a huge gold making opportunity, so try to maybe get your hands on some of these and then you might be able to make a lot of gold. And let me know in the comments if you are able to get some of these and which were and how exactly you were able to get the pattern or the design. I will be back very soon with more guides and more videos, and in the meantime, I wish you all a great start of the weekend. Bye!